What's going on, people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is TheJoshElkin, and I like to consider myself the undisputed champion of breakfast. Now, if you've been following my career up until this point, you know that I take pride in creating never before seen nor tasted recipes. And today is no different. Listen, I love pizza and I love breakfast. And I've made a breakfast pizza before. In fact, I'm pretty sure that you at home have tried or maybe even made your own breakfast pizza. But have you ever had deep dish? Now, I've made a traditional deep dish pizza on this channel, but I've never made a traditional deep dish breakfast pizza. You might be confused, thinking, Josh, breakfast pizza is not traditional. Well, it is now. Without further ado, let's get greasy. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is use some pre-made pizza dough, flour it up, flatten it out, and then stuff it inside of a deep dish cake pan. Now, don't judge me. Anytime I don't have to make dough, I'm not gonna make dough. When you put it on the cake pan, make sure that you crimp the edges around the walls of the cake pan so that the dough stands up. Now, there's gonna be a lot of air buildup underneath, but that's okay. Just relieve the air by pushing it out of a seam. Next thing I'm doing is slicing up some Colby Jack cheese about 1/2 inch thick. When I place this down on the surface, it doesn't matter that I'm not getting total coverage. Once the cheese melts, it's gonna cover all those areas. Right now, I'm gonna add some breakfast sausage on top of this sliced Colby Jack cheese. As you can see, there's no cheese showing, and the sausage is pressed all the way to the edges. Then I'm gonna add another cake pan on top of the parchment paper so that everything stays in place. I added some salted butter to a pan and added some chopped onions. I'm gonna saute these onions and then add some cubed ham. I'm gonna cook it until the onions are translucent and until I get a little bit of color on the ham. All right, it's egg time. Here I'm gonna crack some eggs into a bowl and whisk it until it's one uniform consistency. Quick tip when you get eggshells in your eggs, use another eggshell to take it out. Then I'm gonna add some heavy cream to the bowl, whisk it up again, and then add a little bit of sharp, shredded cheddar cheese. Once I whisk it all together, I'm gonna add that sauteed ham and onions. At this point, the breakfast pizza base is done. I'm gonna take it out of the oven, take the parchment paper off. Look at that, doesn't it look so awesome? Before I add the egg mixture, I'm gonna dab the top, trying to get some of the grease off. To the top of that sausage and cheese base, I'm gonna add ladles of the egg, ham, onion, and cheese mixture. If you place the second cake pan on top properly, the border of the cooked dough will prevent the egg from escaping. Place the breakfast pizza in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. While the breakfast pizza goes through its preliminary cook, I'm gonna add some bacon bits to a pan. I'm gonna cook those bacon bits until they get crispy. Extract them from the grease, and then I'm gonna take them and add them to the semi-cooked breakfast pizza. Put it back in the oven for another 10 minutes. Once the breakfast pizza is done, take it out, garnish with green onions. Whoa, look at how crazy this deep dish pizza is. Now, before you get all crazy and tell me, yo, that's not a deep dish pizza, that's a quiche, you'd partly be right. You see, when I create recipes, I gotta pull from different places. So in my brain, I'm like, all right, take traditional deep dish pizza or some elements of it, and then take a quiche and smash them together to create this. The world's first ever, most delicious, most ridiculously looking, smelling, and tasting deep dish breakfast pizza. But like always, it means nothing if I don't try it and explain the taste explosion. Not only is there an incredible amount of flavor going on in this deep dish, but the textures are also incredible. First, you get the crust, which is amazing, perfectly cooked. Then you get that melty cheese, which is so awesome, combined with that sausage. Then things get a little bit interesting because you break through the onion and the cubed ham with the fluffiness of the egg, not to be confused with the crispy bacon and green onions on top. This right here has become a keeper. I am definitely gonna bring this to house parties. I'm gonna bring this to breakfast potlucks or any other breakfast gathering because this deep dish pizza has quickly become one of my favorite breakfast creations ever. That's coming from the undisputed champion of breakfast, AKA the king of eggs. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I hope you kind of like the way my brain figures out recipes. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you might want to see me cook next. And as always, I'm Josh Elkin. You're the internet. This has been a breakfast deep dish, and I have 8 more slices to consume before noon. Bye. Yes. Love breakfast.